Hey guys, good morning. It's Bas Koyman. We are live from Klaipeda. I also announced this morning on my Facebook that I'm going to do much more live videos. And the reason for this is that when I just put the videos on YouTube, of course my subscribers are seeing the videos and that's great. But basically all my friends on Facebook are not getting the videos because Facebook is not showing those videos to you. They see it as a posted link and problems like that. So I'm definitely going to do more live videos because the things that I want to share, I hope that they can contribute to your daily life. They can contribute to your entrepreneurship. I'm an entrepreneur for 11 years. And I'm doing this 90 videos just because I want to help people to get better in that and to constantly improve from the things that I maybe have learned, or just to give you some nuggets in 15 minutes and for you to search more, to Google more, to check YouTube more for more things about the same topic. So today I shortly want to do this first live video. We are in Klaipeda in Vilnius. This is a city on the shore, so it's really great. It's like a harbor city. We have amazing apartment here in the middle of the city center, close to the river. There's a big sailing ship in here, so it's really cool. We are going to meet our local team, our local coaches that are working with the students here in town. For iMarkets Live, the university that we represent, where we teach people how to trade. The topic that I want to talk about today specifically is to handle very big stress moments, because we talked about a little bit things like this before. But there's a different level of stress. You have like just a stressy level that you say like, oh, I have a lot of things to do, I have a lot on my mind, and people experience that as stress. But there's also a higher level of stress, which is mostly a very intense moment. And people are not themselves at that moment. Some people say like, you will see the true nature in a person at that moment, but I believe that that's not the true nature. That's just like the expressive highest level of stress for that person at that moment, where he can like become the Hulk or become like a super sad person, which of course they normally are not. So I think a very important thing, step one, is basically to recognize this kind of stress moments. What do you feel in your body that at the moment you are getting this kind of super stressy attacks? It can be because of trading, it can be because of financial issues. Mostly it's financial related for people, and it can be that like that bill, a huge bill that you didn't expect, falls on your doormat. You see it already and you already feel like your heart goes faster, your palms are maybe getting sweaty, like you're just already feeling this anxious feeling. The moment you open that letter, you see the big amounts, you start to think about everything in your life at that moment, like, oh my god, I need to pay this, or otherwise they will maybe shut down my internet or my water or whatever that bill is about. And you get this feeling in your body, and the greatest thing is that you can feel this feeling coming. So what I tried to describe already is you feel it when the moment you see that the moment is coming. Actually, your explosion moment will be when you see the amount in this example. So the most important thing at that moment, if you can, just to take a pause. So you got the letter, you feel, and this is an example, you feel that you're getting this anxious feeling, you feel that you get sweaty hand palms, you feel that your heart goes faster, you maybe even feel a little bit dizzy or whatever. You feel that you are going to get this huge stress moment. At that moment, it's really good to not continue, just to make a break, to see if you can put that envelope away. If you are trading, in the trading example, you have some trades that are not going the way you want to, you have your stop loss set, you have your take profit set, and it is shit. And it's not going your way. And I understand that everybody has that feeling, but at that moment you can put your phone away. You can say, okay, what's the worst that can happen? We can lose money. What's the worst that can happen? maybe we don't have warm water. In some countries they literally do that, they shut it off. Or maybe the bill becomes a little bit higher. If I'm not able to pay it now, maybe they send the new bill with a few dollar more with interest or whatever. Like it's very good to take a little breath, open a window, get some fresh air, take a walk, take a shower, whatever you want to do to distract yourself from it. And the only thing that I can recommend is to keep thinking about it. It's not that you should shut off your brain and say like, okay, I'm leaving this completely away, and then when you get back, you open it, you have same reaction. But try to make it more relative to you. Like, check what is the worst that can happen. Maybe the worst that can happen that if that trade is actually hitting your stop loss, you're losing a big amount. But do you lose everything? Probably not, because then your trade risk is not good enough. So yes, you will lose a lot. Can you make it back? Yes, you can make it back. With what you have left, do you need to trade smaller to make it back? Yes. Will it take a long time? Yes, maybe. So yes, is your life going to be a little bit harder? Yes, maybe. But is it worth that amount of stress? Your heart pumping and everything in your body hurting from you accepting the stress? No, it's not. So at that moment you can say, okay, I take a break. I check if it's really that bad. And if it's bad, then take a longer break. Just till you have the level that you have the acceptance that it doesn't matter anymore what's actually the number in the letter, or if it actually hits stop loss or not. It can hit stop loss, then these are the results. It cannot hit stop loss, then you maybe have a good result. The amount can be 200 euro, maybe it's 300, okay, it's worse, but it's shit, but it's doable. Or it can be 100 euro and it will be fine for you. So, very important thing, listen to your body, take a break, make it as relative as possible. Just think about the options, put the options in a list for you before continuing on the task. And at that moment, do the task, open the letter, check your trading account after like 15-20 minutes, and you will actually see that the moment you are actually going through with it, that it doesn't feel that bad anymore. And probably you maybe still have stress, or you still have a bad feeling, or you still say like, okay, no trading for today anymore. That's very good. That's a very smart decision. But at that moment you could have let it go, and the worst thing that can mostly happen to people that are just continuing rushing into super stressy moments is anger, throwing with things, whatever happens. And I can really recommend people to try to stay out of that level. That's just really bad. So then what if that happens? So the first step was to recognize it. The second step is to pause yourself on time before continuing. And I think the third step, that if you still have a huge stress moment, which is at the end escalating for yourself, which is mostly again a physical reaction, is that you are going to be very angry, or that you're going to be very sad, or like, yeah, other side is very happy, but in a stressy moment you will probably not get very happy. So very angry and very sad are the most common reactions. Another very common reaction, to be honest, especially in women as well, is that they completely shut off. So if you are a man and you have a woman with a very high stress moment and she is like completely quiet after it, guys, just between each other, I can tell you, let it go for that moment. They don't want you to talk about it and stuff like that. Men can have the same. Some guys are also saying like, okay, I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to do anything at this moment, I'm trying to probably control their anger before they do something they regret. So if you have this, if you still have this super feeling of getting very angry or getting very sad, etc., then I can only advise you to let it go for that moment. Probably you cannot stop yourself there, but do the whole relative thing directly after it. So if you very angry, you express yourself in whatever happens. Maybe you hit the wall, maybe you break something, I know those things happen with people. Like, I'm a coach for a long time, and I know people have issues with that. And the moment you have done that, you probably directly feel better, because it's a physical reaction to get it out of yourself. So you just like, wow, you smash with something, and then it also feels like you're throwing it away, you throw the problem away. Very important to learn from these moments, because it's already happening, but very important to learn from those moments is that afterwards you think, was it worth it for this stress situation to react like that? And probably you will find yourself the answer that it was too much, not necessary, etc. And the next time it happens, you will be able to calm yourself down before you do something like that. So I would just want to really share with people, like, everybody has been there once. I have been there a couple of times as well. I had very much stress in my life in the last 11 years. I also maybe thrown sometimes with something. That's just something that happens. The most important is that you work on it, that you try to control your anger, that you try to control those feelings, that you take the breaks, and that you can smile. Like 5 minutes afterwards you can smile again, because that's at the end most important. Don't let those things ruin your whole day or your whole week, because before you know it, you have a bad day, and then you think about it whole week, and you have a bad week, and then you're almost getting a bad month, and then at the end you have a bad year, and at Christmas you're saying like, oh my god, I had so much problems this year. So the best thing is that you keep going, you work on this kind of things, you work on the management of handling your stress, and you will be much more easy to be able to handle this kind of stress, and to keep continuing with a smile for the rest of the day. So I hope that you got some good nuggets from this. Again, just Google more stress management or even anger management things if you want to know more about this subject. If you have any questions, message me, of course, in the comments. I always read them. And I hope to see you soon on my next video, later today or tomorrow, recording here from Klaipeda, Lithuania. Thank you, guys.